Hello everybody, I hope everybody is doing really well. This is just a really quick, rough video from my bedroom. It's just about what happened today. So I took my kids to the park today and I met a lady at the park and we got talking. We must have had a good 30-minute conversation and you know, we made a connection. Her daughter was playing with my kids and yeah, we were just talking. I was not thinking anything about organo or sampling or prospecting. It was purely I was taking my kids to the park and what have you. But you know, being a distributor, as most of you you are probably aware, it's always in the back of our minds. It's gonna come up at some stage. So without even thinking, just ending the conversation, I somehow brought it up. I can't even remember how. I think I was talking about what I was doing and I was talking about work and things like that. And yeah, so I brought it up and the lady, she's like, oh, what do you do? And I was like, oh, well, I sell health products. And she's like, oh, really? What kind? And I was like, well, we sell like healthy coffee and tea and things like that. And at this stage, like when I was explaining to her what we sell, I wasn't even thinking about like, you know, her being a customer or anything like that. So anyway, she was actually really interested. So then I was like, oh yeah, so we sell like alkaline coffee, it really benefits your body and all this kind of stuff. She's like, oh really? She's like, I've heard of something like that. Have you heard of, I think it's called DXN or something like that? And I said, no, I haven't. She's like, oh, well, I have a friend who does that in Slovakia or somewhere like that. And she's like, do you do chocolate? I said, yeah, we have hot chocolate. She's like, oh wow, that's amazing, because he was meant to send me some chocolate and he never did. I was like, oh wow, you know, people in network marketing, they're generally quite busy. He probably forgot. And I was like, maybe just remind him. Like at this stage, I still wasn't trying to prospect her and she was interested in my products. She's like, oh, so if you have hot chocolate, I can order it from you, right? And I was like, yeah. And then I was explaining what other products we had and all that kind of stuff. And she had actually heard of Ganoderma coffee before, and she said that she was happy that she met someone who was selling these products. So she's like, okay, so I'll meet you in the park tomorrow, which is tomorrow from today, and yeah, get some products off you. And she asked me like what the total would be, and I told her, and she was like really shocked. She couldn't believe the price. She said that she paid, I think, 106 euros for 2 boxes of coffee from Slovakia from this guy. And yeah, she was really surprised at the price and said it was really cheap. So today was just such a successful day for prospecting, sampling, and yeah, the moral of the story is be mindful always of what you're doing and how you treat people, because I was being friendly to the little girl and I was making her welcome into, like, because I was sitting at like a bench and my kids were around me and I was telling her to come over, and I was talking to her and the mum was kind of looking at me from across the park, and you know, I was just being friendly, I was just being myself, and yeah, it worked in the end. And don't try and push the product. I wasn't pushing anything, it came naturally. And a lot of people have told me this before, and when you're trying to sell something, you are constantly like thinking, oh, I need to sell the product, I need to sell the product. And then when you're not least expecting it, that's when, you know, the sale happens. Anyway, I gotta go. And I hope you enjoyed my little insight. Bye.